Welcome everybody to episode number blah, 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 of the Trisbrina Show. And today we're going to do a mini review from our 5-6 now day Energy Detox Event where we taught people. What did we teach them?
Oh, we taught them so many things.
Cool stuff.
It started with how to supercharge your immune system,
Yep.
how to tap into flow. We taught a lot of moving meditations that are really good for healing chronic pain, lowering stress, lowering blood pressure, decreasing inflammation,
Yep.
and clearing blockages wherever the particular person has them. We moved into healthy backs, healthy joints, ageless mobility. Then we moved into meditation, and the class went way over all week long. The classes were like twice as long.
Typical.
But we had said we wanted to give one tip, and we didn't get around to it.
This
so
is not a tip. This is a secret.
Is like the surprise training. And then we showed the map, and then we did sleep gong, which that class is so good. The beginning before sleep gong, maybe one of my favorites, until we did day 6, which we got so many emails today saying day 6 where we made a chi ball that you can use to heal yourself or a pet or your tooth or others, and how to do the microcosmic
So
orbit.
we obviously can't review all of that today, but I can tell you that the videos are still in the Facebook group. So for those of you watching this on Facebook, on January 14th, 2021, they're going to be up for a couple more days in there. That's an insider secret tip I'm giving you because they're not going to be on the website anymore. They've already been pulled down. They've been edited. And our editor told me tonight that the package is done. And so we are just about ready to be able to include all the 6 days that Sabrina was just talking about as a bonus gift for all of our new students who are coming over to this link right here.
It's probably 8 hours of training, lightly edited.
And it's really off the hook stuff that people said is changing the game for them. The things Sabrina talked about, we're talking about getting pain out of our joints. We're talking about energy flowing, correcting issues that maybe doctors haven't been able to fix, things that have been chronic, hanging around for a long time, sleep issues, because as you always say, energy is so intelligent, it knows where it needs to go. When we have energy blockages or disruptions, it can cause a host of problems, but when you get the energy flowing correctly, well, guess what? Things go back to their normal, healthy state. Inside this link right here, the dojo, this is our Life Force School. This is where we continue the 6 days with so many of you who've already joined. Welcome. All of our students who've been with us for years. And it's where we continue these trainings every week, 3 times, live with instant replays. And we're bonusing you, even if you just join for 1 month, the entire Energy Detox $300 program.
And that's yours to keep forever.
Yep.
And ever and ever.
And for those who bought the kit,
Let me say something about this. So I would say 99.9% of our members in the dojo have most of our home study programs because they're so complete, they're so full, they're so robust. I'm talking about the flow form, Satori Qigong, the flow form, Happy Healthy Back, and the Art of Mushin meditation, because it makes everything that we do in the dojo more comprehensible. It gives you something to bounce off of. I wouldn't say the home studies are like super beginner level, but they start at the base. So you learn everything, and then the dojo, you can continue on from there.
Yeah.
So if you're one or the other and you grabbed a copy of the kit, you made a good decision.
Absolutely.
You made a good decision. And you could add the dojo to it.
Yep.
I would say that would be the smartest thing to do if you can swing that.
we'll help you go
And if
through
not,
those programs in the dojo.
Stick with the kit.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's dig into this meditation secret, and I want to go over our sequence called the kata, but I'm going to do it with a nighttime approach, okay? So this is the tap, bounce, squeeze, shake, and flow. We're actually going to do it sitting today because it's something that you can do sitting or standing, so I'm going to show you the sitting version. And rather than tapping and stimulating and really charging the system up, this will be the end of day, chilling out, kind of getting ready for sleep, ready for, chill time, maybe reading a book or something before bed, meditation, and then going to sleep, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna back up a little bit here.
So this is when you joined the challenge and you got the immune system supercharger. This is based on that, which we filmed early in the morning. So this is gonna be a very similar thing with just some slight adjustments that you could use in the evening. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay, I said it better then.
You're going to scooch? Okay, cool. I'll come a little bit more front and center. So what we're doing, tap is always the first technique. So you're normally tapping, and you can do a light tap. That's the technique for in the mornings and midday. But at the end of the day, it's more of a wiping technique. So the meridian channel flows up the arm this way and down. So you're just going to wipe and gently flick. Okay? Wipe and flick. You can
The dojo will not be too advanced if you didn't get the kit. We got
you. Can wipe off this channel back here. There's a V channel across the back. It's almost like, hey, get off my cloud. Right here and down, and just a little flicking.
Ladies, if you ever saw your mom when you were growing up, she had like the big box of powder. My mom's was like a tiger skin, and it had a big, soft, fluffy thingy. It wasn't a sponge, a poofy, fluffy thingy. And after she got out of the bath, she would put it in the powder, and she'd do that. That's what this always reminds me of.
That's what I feel like I'm putting on my powder.
It's that gentle, and it's that soft.
So I know at first blush someone could look at that and go, oh, isn't that lovely? You're just self-caring your body. And that's true. You'd be surprised, even the dudes and the skepticals, when you have light touch on your skin. You ever had somebody like bickle your back?
Bickle?
It's a word. Pretty sure. I've done it to you. Oh, now she's got to go Google it. Where they just lightly
Barbara,
do that.
help me out. Is bickle a word?
And you get those chill bumps. What causes your body to have that chill bump, lovely, pleasurable experience? It's the gentle, soft yin touch. So don't underestimate the power of soft. And any martial artist that I know who understands soft to power knows how relaxation and softness is great strength. Okay, we're going to clean off and open up the chest.
It's a rock band.
Bickle. Okay, we're just going to clean up the tummy. It's almost like you got stuff on your shirt. And you're like, you had a little too many crumbs. On your legs, just flick.
And when you have the intention to.
You're just clearing stagnant energy from your body that you may have picked up during the day. I don't know if you know this, but then when cars in the city are always driving by each other, they're creating this friction, electromagnetic energy, ions, that causes this frequency in the city that creates even more of that hustle bustle vibe and that buzz. So you have that sometimes stuck on your body. And so you're just cleaning off that clutter, that electromagnetic clutter. Okay? So you just start with that instead of tapping. So then tap, bounce. You just bounce in your chair. You shake your fingers out and you bounce. You can do it standing, of course. Tap, bounce. And this is for the lymphatic system. You can pump your arms up and down. And that really opens the gates in the lymph. You can bend and do it through your legs, or like I said, in a chair.
I do that in the shower.
Yeah, totally. Squeezing.
Right after I bickle.
After you bickle. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees together. I'll show you. It's going to be a little blurry. You're going to squeeze. You can do it standing as well. Okay? But I really want you to have a nice sitting technique, because the more convenient it is, the more likely you are to do it. You're going to breathe in and up and squeeze down. Engage your core. Engage the muscles of your arms, your face. Breathe in and then just shake. Shake your body free. Good. Try that again. Breathe in and up. Good. So instead of tapping, we're just wiping, bounce, squeeze, shake, and flow. We're going to do the Microcosmic Orbit. I'll show you from the side. You're going to breathe in and up, and then do your arms out in front and back down. Okay? So imagine you got a chi ball here. Breathe in and up, and float your arms out and down. Breathe in and up, and float down. Feel energy going up your spine and calm down in the front. Last time, breathe in and up. Even yawning. Okay. Now take a moment, take a breath, check in your belly pump. Probably feeling really relaxed right now. And that's such a great way to unwind and calm down at the end of your day. Now that leads us to our next technique, which is the meditation secret. It probably will be quite easy for you to go into what's called the yin or passive meditation state. But I'm going to back up a little bit before that because some folks use meditation to get out of stress. They use meditation because they feel stressed or fragmented or too busy. Now, before I teach you that...
Todd is watching.
Todd. But are your teeth touching? This is awesome. So Todd said, are you going to use today's experience with me? Remember I told you guys we have the most rad dentist in the universe?
The digital dentist.
Underlined the, T-H-E, the digital dentist. I don't think it's a .com yet, but it will be soon. Anyway, he said, are you going to use this as content for today? Todd, we did. If you missed the pre-show, and he even told me I'd be able to speak, that I wouldn't have like a lisp. I beg to differ. I look like I just had my lips done, buddy.
We told him that plastic thing you put in Tristan's mouth was this big.
It was about as big as my mouse. Anyway, let us know in the comments how you guys are feeling right now. What is happening from doing that breathing technique? Now, I want to share something with you that Todd taught me today. And this is pretty cool. If you ever notice during the day that your back teeth are clenched or tight, that means that you're engaging different muscles in your face and your neck that are causing you to have more tension. It's also a barometer to be able to read whether or not you're in stress. So if you're clenching down and you don't even realize how strong that clench is, how tight those muscles, can be, probably is a good indicator that you need to chill out. You need to do this meditation technique, or you need to go see Dr. Todd and get the thingy in your mouth. Okay, he's laughing his butt off.
Years ago, I studied with a fitness instructor, and I think it's when we were on our backs, and you're shaking, and we were doing something for the glutes that was really intense, and people were having a lot of stress in their neck. And the teacher said, open your mouth. And she was having us, while we were working our glutes, just like open and close the mouth, because she said if we would do that, it would tell the whole body to relax, and you could let go of that grip in the pelvis.
There you go. Dr. Ehrlich says, love you guys. Thank you. Thanks for being here, buddy. And thanks for fixing up my tooth today.
And mine.
Oh, yeah. Did your tooth too. Mm-hmm. So if you're clenching like that, or if you're noticing that you're in this state of tension, this state of stress, you want a quick, simple, easy way to get out of it. And that's why people turn to meditation. But what we hear so often is people struggle with meditation. It's too hard. It's too esoteric.
Boring.
It's boring, right? Like, I don't get it.
I can't do it. I can't stop thinking.
It magnifies my thoughts. I fall asleep. All of that. So here's what we've noticed. When people teach meditation, you guys understand the concept of yin and yang, right? The yin being more feminine, soft, passive. Yang being more masculine, male, energy, night, day, that contrast, that strong component. So you want to have a balance between those two, and you can get to this nice balance in meditation. But so often when meditation is taught, it's very yin, very soft. Just count your breaths, relax, listen to some peaceful music, which all sounds great, right? But it doesn't meet your brain where your brain is at.
That's right.
Right? A lot of us are busy at work. We've got a lot going on. The brain's moving fast. The brain waves are like pretty high. You're not going to go from fast to slow.
Yeah, if a car was speeding down a hill, if a boulder fell off the top of a hill and it's halfway down, you can't get it to stop. There's too much momentum, there's too much action, and it's almost asking your brain to do that. It can't. It has too much velocity. It has too much
Right.
power behind it. You've got to redirect it.
That's why it's frustrating for a new meditator, and maybe you recall this experience if you're already well versed in meditation, or maybe you've struggled with it, where your brain resisted. So what we like to tell people to do is give your mind, give your brain a job. Give it a yang, active job. So we like to tell people to focus and create what's called the hotspot. And the easiest way to do that is to take a ring off your finger, or you could take something like a flower, you can use a candle, whatever it is, and you just look at it and you look right into the center of that object. And you look from the peripheral going in, so not out peripheral, like look in, like laser beam in, and feel like you're looking from what they call the third eye. So you got 3 beams of light from your 2 eyes and your third eye going right in. And you know, we call it a hot spot because it's almost like if you had, remember those magnifying glasses as a kid, and you'd hold it up and you'd hold it over a leaf with the sun beaming through, and you'd get that little spot on the leaf, and it would start to smoke and get hot, and you could even turn the leaf into, you could burn it, make it go on fire. Well, you're doing that. That's yang. You're burning a focus point.
And it's far enough away that it's not feeling stressful, headache, cross-eyed, or any of that type of thing. If you're having that sensation, just move it a little bit further
It's not
away.
like this. No, that would not work. It's definitely, like she said, hold it further away. But you're creating
Easy.
that yang hotspot. And I know we've got the soft focus on here, so let's see if we hold it this way. It might be easier for you to see. Okay? So then what you do is you close your eyes and you draw that hotspot in to this meditation point. So this is a wonderful portal or doorway or focus point that, here's a really great analogy for you. I've got a fan up here. I can't show it to you, but you all know what a fan looks like, and it's got like 5 blades. And when the fan is spinning and you turn the switch off, it doesn't just stop right away, right? It's active. But there's these blades are like thoughts, and as soon as you focus on one blade, you can imagine, like if you were a little butterfly and you try to land on the blade, you'd be whipped off, right? But there's a point on the whole fan that's completely still. It's not moving. If the butterfly landed where? Right in the center, in the hub, there's like a little vortex there of stillness. That's what's going on right here. You have these blades of thought moving around, spin, spin, spin. You go right here. So that's why you create the hot spot, you create the focus point, and you put it right here. Then when you close your eyes, you imagine that your eyes now shift to the back of your head. And now you're going to look from the back. This you can only do with awareness, with thought, with consciousness. Can't do it with your physical eyes. You're going to close them though. You will use gently the muscles in your eyes to look in and up, but do not do that because you'll get a headache. You gently look in and up, but feeling that it's from the back. So you're creating that, again, apex point with the 3 beams of energy going in. So you go in and you just look right here. But you're still young. It's still active. You're focusing.
It's like a pyramid. It's like what we talked about in day 6, the wizard hat. The steeple has that shape to it.
So then what you're doing is you're learning to anchor your awareness at that still point. At first you won't be able to do it. Your mind will wander. You'll get on a fan blade. But then you'll remember the butterfly, boom, and you go into the bullseye. You keep training your brain, like we said, give your mind a job. Job 1, external focus. Job 2, internal focus. If it helps, tap on this point. Where is this point? Slide your finger up your nose until you run into your forehead. Close your eyes, slide up just a little bit, and you'll feel a little spot. It won't necessarily be a dip, but it will feel like a switch or like, yep, stop right there. That's your Yin Tang. It's called Yin Tang. It's an acupuncture point. Okay? So, for me, it's right here. If you want to take a look, it's not up this far on my forehead. It's just, I know exactly where it is because when I touch it, it kind of is, it's like it feels magnetic to me.
It tingles?
And it doesn't tingle, it swirls a little. It bickles.
Because
And my third eye now swirls and throbs when I focus on it because where your attention goes, energy flows. So you can actually flow energy, and that's what we're about to do. So we understand hotspot external, hotspot internal, look in and up, find the still point, anchor down on the hub of the fan so that you can actually find that non-moving place. When you get good at that, what you're going to do is you're going to flip your apex point from like this to that. So you're going to go from what we would call a male triangle, yang, to yin, feminine receptive. So you're focusing and then you just go like this. Some would call it surrender, and you feel like energy pouring in, pouring in. You say to yourself, invite the light or invite insight. And you're just really passive, you're really soft, you're really relaxed. You're having a spa day moment. You're breathing now in through your nose and just down into your body, and the breath is filling your entire organism. You're oxygenating every cell in your body. The deeper diaphragmatic muscle in the belly is very relaxed. It's a pump. It's circulating the energy, the life force, the oxygen. You're balancing out your body, because typically when you're stressed, you're breathing up in your chest. You're over breathing. You're actually affecting the pH of your blood. You're getting your system out of whack. You're causing a more acid state in your body, which can create the breeding ground for cancer. You're also resetting brain waves as you're calming, and those brain waves are affecting your nervous system, and they're taking you out of that sympathetic stimulated nervous system, is putting you into what's called parasympathetic, which elicits the relaxation response. Everything in your system is going back to normal, back to natural, back to homeostasis. That's the power of a good receptive flow state. But it required that we were active to get to passive. I'll give you one more. I got some cool analogies. You'll like this one. This is the surfing analogy. The surfer wants to catch the wave and ride the wave right here, right now. I feel like I'm riding this wave of energy. But the surfer doesn't just get to jump on the surfboard and ride a wave. The surfer's got to wax the board, get the wetsuit on, paddle, get past the break, and then be patient. And they've got to position themselves in the sweet spot where the curl or where the wave is coming. And then they have to turn around, they got to face the shore, and they've got to paddle. And that's a little bit of what we would call the effort or the focus or the discipline of meditation in the beginning. It's not like putting earbuds on or smelling something or someone massaging you. Like, that's lovely, but that's not what we're talking about. We're saying own your mind. Master your mind through mastering this active step in meditation. And then what's happening, the surfer's paddling, and you start to feel the momentum of the wave. Yeah. This magnanimous power starts to carry you. The surfer stops paddling, no more effort, jumps up on the board, and has an amazing ride. Yeah. You can have an amazing ride in meditation when you flip from that male, active, to... But what about the meditation secret? Was that it? Well, that's some of it. But we got one more for you. Stay tuned. Now... Uh-oh, that was interesting timing.
And just like the more you do anything, the more you know where to go.
Right.
So people who have been meditating a long time, it might seem so effortless, but like a surfer, they know where the good waves usually are. They're fast to get up on their board when they feel the wave coming. So it gets easier, but you never skip a step. It's always that. We spent years open eye meditation, using like choosing one eye on the other and just using that as the focal point and breathing.
Yes.
And it didn't have anything to do with, that's Tristan, I love him, or anything like that. It was to have a hot spot and to stay with it sometimes for 20 minutes and to actually ride the wave and to just have all those experiences, to get used to being that present, to get used to the awkwardness and all that we had to overcome with self-consciousness, feeling silly, making it personal instead of just totally being there with each other.
So Kay, can you see how this can help anchor your meditation practice? She was saying, I have a hard time not bouncing in my meditation stance. Oh, I'm sorry. In your standing meditation. Right. Bouncing is great, if that's what you were saying. Yeah. Back to this sitting technique. So you've done active into passive. There's another technique that I want to give you that can help. It's still young, it's active, but it's a little bit more like a blend of active and passive. Okay, so it can fit in right after you went super yin, and you can do this to enhance the experience, or you could do it right before you drop into yin if you're having trouble getting that internal connection. So here's how it works. You're breathing in through your nose, through the nasal cavity, and you're feeling like the breath is massaging this point. It's like it's going through like a flossing technique. Now, of course, mechanically, the breath should travel down into the belly. And when you exhale, you won't do it through the mouth. You'll send it up through the nasal cavity, and it'll cause and create a little gentle friction in this point. So it's going in and out through here. That gentle massaging is going to help warm up the third eye and stimulate it.
To me, it feels like a silent hum.
Yeah.
The way that you feel resonance when you, but because you send it up here, it's a hum of the breath, and you can feel that resonance and that vibration.
Now, because the vibration...
And the bickle. It definitely bickles.
We're making a little joke about the bickle word. The vibration, as it stimulates and activates the third eye, can cause you to have some really incredible experiences. Some insights, some clairvoyance can open up, some states of beautiful, like bliss, just feeling a little bit like, some say call it drunk on the divine. So this technique has been called many different things. Some call it holy word.
Mm-hmm. I call it the holy word.
We call it also the sacred sound. So you want to listen and feel that gentle hum and movement or floss of the breath. One of my teachers told me to just focus on this aspect alone for about a year. So when we teach meditation or anything, we layer together the best of the best of the best to help people get an incredible experience. And because we have multiple layers, we can help someone who might be stuck in a particular stage, because sometimes it is about the sequence and doing the right thing in the right order, known as a recipe. So what we're teaching you now is elements of a recipe. And if you add this component, this little secret sauce right here, it could be the thing that opens this up for you even more. For me, I felt a deep connection with source energy, with love or God. I felt like God was breathing me, because I always feel that now. What's breathing you and I right now? What's giving us this life force? And to feel it right here, wow.
I would say a sense of calm where you didn't know you weren't calm before. I remember saying years ago, I feel total. I didn't know I didn't feel total before, right. But it's this whole new meaning. I think that bickle, I just want to say, because we're all laughing about it, is a blissful tickle. Yeah. That's what it is, a blissful tickle.
I've been doing bickles on Sabrina since, how do you think I got her to marry me? It was the bickling technique. Okay, let's practice this sacred sound, right? So we've described it. Now let's practice. So you've got your hotspot external. You understand that more now than ever. You can focus from all three eyes. You take that hotspot, you bring it in, you close the eyes. You tap if you need to. You look from the back, in and up. You're still male triangle focused, apex point. You're going in, going in. Now let's try the sound in that tone, in that active tone, and then we'll try it in the passive tone, okay? So go in and go up and start to breathe in to that third eye point and focus the breath out through the nose and up into the forehead. Listen to the lovely sound, the sacred sound. Breathe in. And you could just meditate on that sound. Feel that God force pouring through your beautiful third eye. And we're going to do one more. And on the exhale, when we finish, we're going to flip to Yin. Breathing in. Now go super passive. Don't try to focus on the breath. Just feel the breath breathing you. Allow that gentle smile to come on your face. Feel like you're looking towards the light. Invite the light. Invite insight. Your muscles of your forehead are completely relaxed. Your eyes are wide open in receptive state. Energy's pouring to you and through you. You're so aligned to beautiful, perfect energy that just pure love. Okay? And notice how you feel. So then you could continue this and do the breathing in this receptive state. Let's try. Close the eyes. Very gentle and soft, just to magnify it. Listen to the sound. That holy sound. Add an orbit technique if you want to open your eyes gently for a second, breathing in and up. Now you're layering, right? You're floating down, but still breathing through the Yin Tang. Can you feel the chi in your arms? One more, breathing in and up. Pull the chi up. Feel the chi in the arms, float them down. Rest your palms in your lap. You might try the Zen posture. And if you see this circle here, you're having chi pour into your power center through that. And just stay receptive, stay yin. Last time, breathing in. This last one through the mouth. Open your eyes, blink them a few times. It's not every day that you get to teach meditation on Facebook. But can you feel the resonance, the frequency, the tone, and being able to hook into that orbit? Did anyone feel the chi carrying their arms? I'm a little bit drunk on this energy right now. I'm an energy-holic, and I love it. I love it. How are you doing?
And you know, they say the energy you fall asleep in is the similar energy to the energy that we rise in. So how beautiful to use the sleep gong with this to let the body fall into deep rest so it can really be in that healing, restful mode. And the insights and the dreams that you have are this clear communication with your best self, with that inner knowing. And then to wake up, not frantic. You know, so many people, we go to bed, you know, we just watch the Bang Bang Shoot 'em Up show, and then we're fussing about, thinking about everything we didn't get done that day and everything we have to do the next morning. And that's the energy that we go to rest with, instead of letting the brain kind of tuck the brain in like a sweet little puppy. We tuck our puppies in, tuck the brain in. Night, night, brain.
Lovely feedback coming through. My arms started tingling. Bonnie says, oh yeah, this community is bliss off the chart. So fun meditating with you, dear friends. Yawning is a very common effect. That means the nervous system shifting from sympathetic or just going deeper into parasympathetic. You're rejuvenating in the yawn.
There's all these neuro studies of yawning and how it's one of the fastest ways to clear the mind and become present instantly.
If you work this, if you really do practice this sacred sound, and the apex point that we taught, meeting your brain where it's at, if you are already active and busy, go in with a job for the mind, and then get it engaged, enroll your mind in the practice of meditation. It's like it wants a job, give it one. Don't tell it to take a back seat. Say, no, I need your help, buddy. Let's paddle. Okay? And the mind will go, okay, let me help. And then go, boom, receptive, and use that sacred charging technique on the front or back of that. Notice how your third eye just starts to really open and how the frequency gets more refined and pure. And if that doesn't tap you in more, boy, I don't know, because that's very intentional.
Yeah.
That's a conversation that you're having with this source force. And source will absolutely connect to you.
And this is a large part of the conversations that we have in the Life Force Mastery Dojo, especially in one of the classes, the one on Tuesday night. We move the body and then move into meditation. You won't, even if you think you do, you can't take it all in right away. You want to go through that Mushin practice on repeat. And then all of a sudden, I found this way with flexibility. I was working to get the splits, and then when I finally do it, it's like, oh, it wasn't exactly where I thought it was. And all these chambers start opening up. All these areas of joy and bliss and insights and intuition and confidence just start opening up when you didn't know that they were there, so you didn't think they were closed. Oftentimes, that's what it is for me. I didn't know I wasn't until I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know, I didn't feel like so total until I really felt total, when it was like, I don't need to be, do, or have anything else, but I can. It's an amazing experience.
There's so many beautiful shares coming through. I'm just putting them on the screen. I'm sure you're focused on what Sabrina's saying, but if you're catching some of these, they're just really, really beautiful. I love this one from Rhonda. I remember that event, and I love that we got to have that experience together, and I love that you remembered that and it stayed with you all these years later. Yeah, the breath is breathing us, and we enter into a breathless state sometimes, and that's how the yogis can just really float in that state. You know, Qigong is a type of yoga, right? So yoga just means that you're aligning yourself with source energy. It means union with source. That's what it's for. So today we were doing techniques of opening the spine and the muscles.
In the dojo.
Here, yeah, in the Life Force Dojo, which you're all invited to, by the way. Here's the link. Anyway, we were doing these stretches that make the body feel great. They open you up. They help you to feel youthful. We call it ageless mobility. They get pain and stiffness out of the joints, but that's like a secondary benefit. The number one goal of these techniques is to create so much alignment in your body that the energy flows correctly and it flows naturally, so that you can return to your divine connection with source energy. And when you are in that connection, you have these internal awakenings that are called Satori or Satori. And so our method, our system of working with energy, it absolutely helps get rid of pain. It helps in its own natural way to remove the dis-ease that so many of us feel in different ways. But simultaneously, the ultimate benefit is you get so aligned, and through these meditation techniques, you have an awakening, a remembering. This is my natural state. And I feel joy, happy, love, aligned to who and what I am. There's nothing better than that. If we knew something better than that, we'd teach that.
Do it.
It's not like, oh, make a lot of money and you'll be happy. Like, making money is awesome. It's just an extension at this point for us of being aligned to love.
And our approach is definitely through the body. We find that moving the body is one of the fastest ways to relieve stress, but also having the meditation component. Sometimes it's the mind and the stress that is causing a lot of the chronic pains and the inflammation, just too much cortisol, not being able to sleep. So it's such a complete package where everything is flowing, everything's from heart. But yeah, we're getting fit. We're dancing away dementia. We're punching away our problems. We're doing Qigong with weights on the program on Saturday
It's
morning.
fun to be fit.
Is to use light weights with Qigong. Absolutely love that. So there is this fun. It's not all yin. It is the balance, and the humor. I think that when you really kind of are tapped in, humor is everything. Everything is hilarious. Everything is whatever you want it to be. Nothing has any meaning except that which we put on it. And that's how you can kind of, it's not go with the flow, dude. It's not like that. It's not like being stoned and numbed out. It's being in the flow. Yeah, you're not going with it. You're in it. You are it.
You are the flow.
You are the flow.
Dr. Eldridge says, wow, I learned so much and you helped me finish off a stressful week as very relaxed. Well, thank you. So wonderful to have you here, my friend. So awesome. And my tooth's feeling better and I can talk better now. So the lidocaine's wearing off. Bonnie says, we laugh and we cry in the dojo. It's just real. Yeah, it's the real deal.
We have a lot of surprises that are all good for those of you who have been in the dojo for a while that are going to be unfolding during 2021. And I'm not going to reveal the cake because I don't. And
I told you guys that maybe she'd reveal some cake today.
Really? Which
they don't
cake?
know that most people don't know what the cake thing is.
Oh. Well, the way that, one of the many ways that Tris and Brina are different is the cake analogy. So if it was your birthday and Tristan was going to bake you a cake, he would ask you what kind of cake you wanted. He would probably text you when he was at the store. He would tell you what kind of flour he was buying. He would ask you again if you wanted maple syrup or honey. He would tell you whether it's going to be 2 layers or a sheet cake. He'd probably tell you he's putting it on his grandma's favorite glass platter, and he would arrange a time to deliver it.
Wow.
Right? Like you totally know what's going on, and he gets great joy doing that. I would secretly find out what kind of cake you liked from a friend, and you wouldn't even know that I knew it was your birthday, and I would be making, from little secret things that I could find out, the most incredible cake I could ever make that was your favorite flavor, your favorite color. It was a tall, maybe put flowers on it. It's like everything you ever wanted in a cake, and you don't know, and then I just surprise you with it. And so I don't reveal. I get great fun out of not revealing the cake. Like tea is boiling until it whistles. And Tristan's like takes the lid off the whole time, checking the pot. But that's how he finds joy.
I like to tell my friends about what's coming sometimes.
Yeah. But sometimes what happens is we're buying the ingredients and he says what we're doing, but we end up making cookies instead because it's the same ingredients that you make a cake out of.
Right.
So what cake are you going to tell?
Well, I'm not going to tell because I'll get in trouble. If I reveal the cake, I get in trouble.
Sport?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
But I haven't said anything.
No, just the structure of, especially the Saturday class, it's going to be more structured in a beautiful way and have chunks that are specific. So every time we do a class, there will be a section, a specific section of an amount of time that we do Qigong with weights. And there will be a specific section for dancing away dementia. Maybe a specific part where we do lower torso strengthening based on ballet. A part where we do martial arts, punching away your problems. And we will go through everything that doctors recommend, and it will start in Wu Jian with meditation and intention and end with that. And it'll be a formula and a process, because the way it is right now, it's just my 30 years teaching and Tristan's, and we just do it. So you can't replicate it. But if it was like this, then we could create a certification and then let you guys
She
share
just
the
dropped the
process.
cake. So years and years ago in our physical school, our dojo, we taught something very similar to what we're talking about. But it's had to be refined because of being online and just how things have evolved and how we've evolved. It has evolved. And we never, ever, ever thought about other people being able to have this formula, this method of teaching what we do, and then certifying them in it. But because we now have so many Qigong instructors and people who love the wellness and fitness component of what we do.
They said tasty, tasty cake.
It's pretty tasty. We've decided that we collaborate so well in this way, and that it's fun for both of us, and it's not just the qigong, and it's not just, dance, it's this fusion, that this would be really fun for us moving forward to collaborate on and turn into something very shamazing.
And it gets such incredible results. So one of our very, very best friends joined the dojo last week, Kim, and she took the Saturday class. And I texted her on Sunday and I said, "You don't have to tell me, but are you sore?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh, that was such an amazing workout. Yes, I'm sore and I can't wait to do it again."
Yes.
Kim's probably in her mid-40s and it's like a
Oh, she was sore?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said her legs and booty and core were sore.
We're okay with a little sore, just as long as you don't hurt yourself. So we're very excited about this. It's coming, and the only way to get it right now is going to that link, and you can do this particular training with us in the dojo. Weekly. You can do qigong training with us on Thursdays, weekly, and then you can do a type of a fusion that's got a lot more meditation with us on Tuesdays.
So if you are... I was talking to one lady through email and she was saying, I'm paying to go to this gym, but I'm hardly going now with what's happening. And I said, not only do you get a new workout from us every week that you could, the first time you do a workout, sometimes you don't really get to work out as hard as you want because you're concentrating on the moves. So you could do that same one 3 times that week and then you're good. But when you're in the dojo, you have access to 90 days of classes. So you could go back and do one of the replays if you wanted to do 3 different workouts that week. So we got you as far as fitness goes. We mainly use light weights. Like I think we keep
and bands.
The resistance bands.
The light weights we add into qigong. So we've come up with something that's called Gong Strong. And it's a way of moving with the weights and the breath and the visualization of the qi. That's so awesome. It creates a lot of, she's got long sleeves on, but it creates a really beautiful tone
I don't think I can.
In the body.
It really, you can't really see. But
it's the long, slow, lean look that people love, I think, not the bulky.
Dance. So I like to say, I want to get strong and lean, but I want my flexibility. I want to keep the flexibility. So for me, this workout is so perfect because we're using the muscles. We are creating greater bone density. We're building muscle mass, but we're not giving away flexibility or mobility in the process. We're actually increasing it because of the way we're moving the weights. I love it.
And Gigi, it's just a monthly, like a membership to a yoga school. That's how it works. So yes, you could absolutely do it for 90 days. Some folks will pick up the annual program because it comes with a coaching training with us and an additional Life Force course that we've created. And everybody who joins the dojo right now gets the 6 days of our recent energy event.
Energy Detox Challenge.
Yeah.
When you commit for the year, you're actually only paying for 10 months as well as getting the private coaching session.
Yeah, you get a reduced rate. Absolutely.
It's all on that page, satorimethod.com/dojo.
Yep, and that's it.
If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see on the left-hand side, choice number 1 is Grasshopper, and that's monthly. And next to it is Ninja Mastery, and that's the annual.
So write that link down because I don't have a link here or in the description yet. So SATORI method.com/dojo. It'll take you there. Either grab the monthly, it's just $97 and it comes with some incredible bonuses, or say yes to annual with us. If you're digging our jam and you want a whole year of this, can you imagine what life's going to look like after doing this? And you don't have to come to every class. You come to the ones that you want. You get instant replay. You get everything in our private, secure website. You can be part of the social part, like here on Facebook. Those of us on Facebook right now, it's so fun. Look at the love that's been shared tonight. Talk about consistency becoming your new reality. So just go to the page, click on either the 97, join us for a month, give it a go. You get the energy expansion that we just did for free. You can keep it even if you don't stay a member in the dojo. That's our incentive. We really know this can change your life. So we want you to say yes to that. And if you're feeling like, hey, I dig this, I want the full year. I just signed up for something for a year because we've been using this thing for probably about 3 years now. And they just gave me a big discount for doing a 6 month with them. I'm always looking for the bigger package because we save more money and we get more bonuses. So we gave that to you as well. Okay? Those are the options. On that note, it's a little bit of music and it's a dance party at the Truscott household. We're going to go work on our program that we just told you about.
Yeah. Donna, this is freshly showered hair. That's why it's not curly.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
This is freshly pruned and preened hair. Much love, everybody. Thanks for being a part of our life. Thanks for being in this community. You guys make it what it is.
Yep.
See you this weekend in the dojo. Come join us. Bye now.